Hello everybody, it's Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and in this video I'll be taking a look at a free piece of software from AOMEI technology called AOMEI Partition Assistant Home Edition. It's 100% free, and what this software allows you to do is easily partition your SSD or hard drive in your computer. It also works with removable disks, but removable disks in Windows usually have some limitations to them. That's not really because of the software, but anyway, that's for another video, I suppose. I was asked by AOMEI Technology to take a look at their software, and that's what I'll be doing in this video. So you can find the software over at disk-partition.com, and once you have it downloaded and installed, this is what the software looks like. So it basically allows you to take care of many basic partitioning tasks, such as resizing your partitions, creating new ones, formatting them, and a bunch of other options that you might want to take a look at. This is what the main window looks like in your main area here. It'll list the drives that you have on your computer, whether they are physically mounted in your computer or removable ones. So for example, I have my 4 gig SD card plugged into the SD card reader on my desktop. One of the limitations that I found of the free version of the software is that it does not work with GPT or GUID formatted disks. So my SSD in my computer, my main boot 120 gig SSD, is a GPT disk, which I use for a native EFI boot for Windows 8. So if I go over to disk management, you can see that it is a GPT disk. We have an EFI partition as well as my main partition here. So this software will not detect my SSD because it's not compatible with GPT disks. However, if you do upgrade to the Pro version of the software, then it does. Chances are, if you have a GPT disk, that you already know what you're doing and you already are aware of a piece of software that takes care of it for you. The EaseUs Partition Master Home Edition is also 100% free, and it does work with GPT disks in the free version, so that's something to consider. But anyway, back to this software. On the left sidebar, you have some of your basic options. So under Wizards, you could do things like extend a partition, copy your disk, copy your partition, migrate an OS from an SSD or a hard drive, partition recovery, and you could also make a bootable CD so you could run the software without having an operating system installed. Now, once you actually click on a partition in the main area, you will get a number of other options under Partition Operations. So you could do your typical tasks such as resizing or moving a partition, splitting one up, copy one, create one, delete one, format, change its label, change the drive letter, convert it from a primary partition to a logical partition. You could wipe a partition, change your active one, hide it, check it, and view its properties, as you can see right here. So to actually perform actions such as resizing your disk and making a new partition from the unallocated space, all you have to do is click on the partition that you want to edit, right click, and that will give you your options. So if you wanted to just resize it, you could go over to this window, and all you have to do is either use the sliders on the left or right sides, or you could just enter in your values manually in the boxes wherever you need to. You also get some advanced options, which is to allow partition alignment to optimize performance for SSD. So if I wanted to shrink my 1 terabyte hard drive and make a 12.73 gig partition, I could do that. So right now I have 12.73 gigs of unallocated space. If I want to make a partition out of that, all I have to do is right click on the free space, go to create partition, fill in the basic information such as the file system, the drive letter that I want to give it, and the type of partition that I want it to be. You could also give it a label if you'd like. Click on OK, and your new layout is saved. Now, nothing you do is actually done until you click on the Apply button in the menu bar up here. Once you do that, it will go ahead and start the operations that you've given it in total. Now, I'm actually not going to do this because I would have to reboot my computer and I wouldn't be able to actually show this to you on video unless I were to get my camera and point it at my monitor, which I don't really want to do. But I have done this before and it does work. So one thing to note though is that whenever you do anything with your partitions or hard drives or SSDs or any type of disk, make sure you back everything up before you actually go through with it. You never know what's going to happen. Something might go wrong. It's a pretty safe piece of software, but you just want to be on the safe side of things, so always back up your data before doing anything with your partitions. That to me is common sense, but a lot of people neglect to do that, and then once they actually start doing their partition work, something goes wrong, everything is gone, everybody's mad. So that was just a quick tour of the AOMEI Partition Assistant Home Edition software. Again, if you'd like to check this out, you could go over to disk-partition.com to grab it. Again, it's 100% free. So there are some limitations, as I mentioned earlier, so it doesn't work with GPT formatted disks. For that, you will have to get the pro version of the software or look for an alternative. But that's it with this video. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback about this or anything else, feel free to leave those down below in the comments area. But that's it with this video. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.